Welcome to NBCC. Your career begins here. The Hospitality and Tourism Department is a great industry if you like people, food, and travel. At NBCC, we have 6 different programs. We have Cook, Culinary Arts Management, Hotel Restaurant Operations, Hotel Restaurant Management, and International Travel and Tourism. The Cook program is only offered in Moncton. The International Travel and Tourism program is only offered in St. Andrews. Culinary Arts is offered both in Moncton and St. Andrews, with St. Andrews starting in April of 2021 and in Moncton in September of 2021. The Hotel Restaurant Operations and Management program will begin in April 2021 in St. Andrews and in September 2021 in Moncton. The hospitality industry is one of the largest employers in the world, employing approximately 1 in every 11 people. Our program prepares students for rewarding careers in hotels, restaurants, resorts, cruises, healthcare industry, assisted living, institutional food service, private clubs, anything that people go to have food and drink or to travel with, it's part of our industry. And you might have heard the word, some of the richest people in the world are a part of the hotel hospitality industry, such as, have you heard of Hilton or Marriott? I know that we're living in unprecedented times. COVID-19 has affected so many businesses, including our industry has hit very hard. No one has a crystal ball, but we do know that people have a desire to travel, maybe not immediately, but the desire is delayed and not removed. Historically, a tourism downturn is followed by a period of tremendous growth. This time, many current leaders are being forced to find other careers. The result is a chance for rapid career advancement in 2 to 3 years as the recovery accelerates.
Hello everyone, my name is Owen Brinson. I'm a chef instructor for the Cook program at NBCC Moncton campus and have been an instructor here for the last 3 years. I'm very proud to be a graduate of this program quite some time ago. I'm here today to talk to you about the program itself, the courses, and the potential employment opportunities after graduation. The Cook program is a 1-year program in which we teach you all about the fundamentals of cooking, and we prepare you to enter the workforce as an apprentice chef. So after your 1 year here, you'll be ready to work in any kitchen environment of your choosing. To do this, we'll now talk about the curriculum and the courses that we'll teach you throughout the year. In the Cook program, we have a variety of courses that we'll teach you throughout the year. Some are practical and theory courses, there are foundation courses, and there are also certifications. For the practical and theory courses, these are courses that are directly related to food production. We'll talk about the theory of these subjects in class and then implement those skills in a real-life environment throughout the term. So for example, in Principles of Cooking, we'll talk about basic cooking methods in our theory classes, and then we will implement those cooking methods in class using ingredients that were discussed in our theory classes. So these courses entail Principles of Cooking, Introduction to Baking, Fruits and Vegetables, Starches and Grains, Garde-manger, and as well as Poultry, Meat, and Seafood Cookery. Our foundation courses are all about interpersonal skills and developing skills other than your individual cooking skills. So communications involves your interpersonal skills, essential employment skills such as resume writing and interviewing. The math foundation course is based on kitchen math, such as accurately measuring, dividing, or multiplying a recipe, whether it's for 10 people to maybe 100 people. Okay, we'll also talk about menu development, food costing, and how to price a menu a certain way based on your cost of ingredients. In kitchen operations, we talk about the beginning of a kitchen operation or a restaurant, right from receiving the food to opening up, to menu planning, as well as the execution of service, as well as the cleanup and closing of the restaurant at the end of the day. We also do a course called Work Safely, and we use WorkSafe NB guidelines to teach students about their rights as an employee when they enter the workforce and how to work safely. Your certifications are your National Food Safety Training Program, so you will be a National Certified Food Safety Handler. We do Smart Serve, which is a responsible beverage alcohol service course. And of course, we do WHMIS, which is Workplace Hazardous Materials Information Systems. So all these courses, you'll be nationally certified. So when you go to potential employers, you will have a piece of paper saying that I'm a National Food Safe Handler. I have a responsible beverage service, so I'm able to serve alcohol if needed. And as well, the WHMIS course shows that you're able to identify and work with hazardous materials that are present in a kitchen. So in this program, we have costs over and above your tuition. Your textbook is approximately $300. Your uniforms will cost approximately $300. And your uniforms, you'll have 3 chef jackets, 2 pairs of pants, 2 hats, and 3 aprons, which you'll wear when we're in the practical learning environments in the kitchen. You'll need to purchase your own safety shoes, which are CSA certified and non-slip to work in any kitchen. You'll also require a knife kit. The knife kits are available here, and although $450 may seem expensive, these knives will last you for your career. So these are commercial grade knives, and when taken care of will last a long time. For an example, I still have my knife kit when I went to school here 17 years ago. And your certifications that we talked about are also over and above your tuition costs. So because they're nationally certified, and altogether the costs for the program is approximately $1,200 over and above your tuition. Side note, the uniforms are ordered here, so we will all order the same uniforms. So all the students will have the same uniform, same pants, and same hat. So once we get our uniforms and we've started taking our courses, we'll talk about our learning activities that we will do throughout the 1-year program. So we have different practical learning environments or hands-on learning environments at the college. We have the kitchen lab, which is for individual skill sets. In the kitchen lab, there are 12 individual workstations with its own oven. Every station has its own oven and own burners. And that's where we'll do a lot of testing and, again, development of your own personal skills or individual skills. We have a pastry shop, which have a lot of prep tables, mixers, multiple ovens. There we'll work more in a team environment, working on the principles of the bake shop, baking and pastries. And we also have the central kitchen, or also known as production kitchen. And that's an environment in which we'll operate restaurants and we'll be able to produce food for up to 200 people. It's a very wide open environment. And again, we will be using more team environments in that kitchen. Everyone will rotate through each of these different learning environments throughout the year. So the different events we'll host, we'll have a Cook's Cafe, in which is a menu created by the cook instructors and students and executed at lunch service. So it usually consists of 3 appetizers, 3 main courses, and 3 desserts, all prepared by the students. We also have Thursday buffets, in which we'll have a buffet set up. So we'll talk about how to prepare for a buffet and how to create a buffet and how to organize it. and again execute service. And on Fridays during one term, we will have breakfasts in which we'll have the students will rotate through different breakfast stations, preparing breakfast and a menu. Again, prepared and executed by the students in a real-life dining room for real-life guests in a dining room. When it comes to practical testing, towards the end of the term, you'll have a test on baking, in which you'll be given a 4-hour time period to produce 3 or 4 different baked items. Could be cookies, a cake, bread, and a pie. So you'll be given 4 hours. You have to produce all of those items in one morning. We have we'll do a test on stock soups and sauces, and you'll also get to write and create a 4-course menu. So you will write a 4-course menu, you will prepare it, and then you will execute that menu over a 4-hour time period. And you will serve your food to the chef instructors, and they will grade you and give you feedback. So through all of these events and practical learning environments, or hands-on learning environments, we are in essence simulating real-life working environments. So whether it's a fine dining establishment, whether it's a bakery or a pastry shop, whether it's an institution such as a hospital, or even a banquet simulation for a hotel or a banquet hall. We are using these environments to prepare you for the real life world, so that upon graduation you will decide where you want to take your career. We will help you develop the skills you need to work in all of these environments. But then it's on you to figure out where you want to take it. So we touch on all aspects of cooking and all kitchen environments. And after that 1 year, you'll be prepared to enter the workforce and start your own career. Thank you so much.
Thank you everyone for your interest in NBCC, and more specifically in our hospitality and tourism programs. I'd like to share with you some additional information about our Culinary Arts Management program. I want to first highlight the fact that our learning environment is much different than your average college classroom. Faculty at NBCC strive to look beyond traditional means of delivery and rather identify real-world opportunities to engage our students. Our students get to apply much of what they learn on campus to various exciting events that showcase the program and skills of our students. During your time here at the college, we participate in a variety of events to provide you with hands-on training in the hospitality sector. We participate in the following events. In the fall, St. Andrews hosts the Indulge Food Festival as a shoulder season event to bring people to the community. We host several different lunches and dinners in our training dining rooms. We engage heavily with industry partners to conduct applied research and development projects. We participate in the Premier State of the Province dinner at the Delta Convention Center held in Fredericton. We participate in the Taste of the Maritimes Food Festival located in St. John at the Marco Polo Cruise Ship Terminal, and then our very own Flavors New Brunswick event hosted here at our campus. So what does your first year look like in terms of courses and curriculum? I'm not going to bore you with each course, however, I'd like to highlight a few. First, I'd like to draw your attention to 2 external certifications that you will acquire during your first semester. One being your Managing Food Safety National Certification, and the second being your Smart Serve Responsible Beverage Service. These certifications are highly sought after by employers, as they can be an additional expense for them to train you. These certifications will definitely set you apart from the competition when it comes time for applying for jobs. Let's talk about integrated learning. There are 2 practicums you will be required to complete, each consisting of 135 hours each. We encourage our students to take the lead on identifying their preferred place for practicum. However, if there are any challenges, we will definitely assist in finding a placement for you. As I mentioned earlier, we're always on the lookout for interesting projects to be a part of. I want to take a second to showcase some of the exciting projects we've worked on in the past. I will just go around the screen here. The first project, we were approached by a company called Longshore Fisheries to help in developing some value-added products stemming from lobster byproduct. We've also partnered with local companies such as Granite Town Farms to help them further develop their blueberry barbecue sauce line of products. On a slightly larger scale, we've partnered with McCain's to develop recipes that were showcased on their website that people could use to create additional food preparations from the already spectacular products that they offered. And last but not least, our latest project, we partnered with a small startup company to help them develop a line of soup bases to be marketed at local grocery stores. Another highlight to our programming is our Robinson Institute for Community Leadership. This course mobilizes students, staff, alumni, board members, college-wide to transform lives and communities. There are 2 dedicated days throughout the academic year that we as a college get out into our respective communities and make a difference. It helps students realize the importance of becoming global community citizens by giving back in meaningful ways. A couple of examples of things we've done here in the past are hosting an Indigenous elder on campus to teach our students about local products we can gather and forage. Based on the events of that day, we put together an Indigenous menu and invited people from the community to join us, and we raised enough funds to give back to the NBCC Foundation that went to further support First Nations students attending college. Another highlight is the Mother Hubbard's fundraising dinner that raises money to provide funding for the college food bank. We realize that making the decision to come to college is not one that is taken lightly. We can appreciate the planning involved and want to share with you some of the expenses related to our programming. We provide here at our local bookstores your book package at an estimated cost of about $500. Your uniforms, again, we will help you in selecting and fitting you for your uniforms, and we provide those again through our local bookstores at an estimated cost of about $300. We recognize that shoes are more of a personal nature and personal preference, so we encourage you to bring those with you when you come, and we've estimated a cost of about $100 for those. Our knife kits, again, supplied here through our bookstores, are estimated cost of about $450. These knife kits are local from a company from Pictou, Nova Scotia called Groman Knives, which provide great quality for the price. And last but not least, our certifications at $140. And those were the certifications I had mentioned earlier in the slideshow. With that said, I appreciate your time and interest in NBCC, and I look forward to seeing your smiling faces at one of our beautiful campuses. Thank you and have a nice night.
Hi everyone, my name is Kelly Chase, and I'm an instructor in the International Travel and Tourism Program. It's my pleasure to talk to you today about this very exciting program. And as you can see on this slide, on the left-hand side, we have the little word block that says tourism, travel, road, voyage, guide, trip, vacation, expedition, cruise, journey, adventure. What that all says to me is learning, excitement, adventure, and all things exciting about this place we call the world. And in our program, you will learn all about each of those different aspects of travel and tourism. Also on this slide, you see in the bottom right-hand corner, one of the iconic symbols of tourism for New Brunswick, which is Hopewell Rocks. Some of you may have already been there before, some may not have. If you haven't, I'd strongly suggest you take a visit sometime. This, unlike many other iconic symbols in the world, lots of destinations in the world have these iconic symbols that when you see them, you automatically relate to that destination. So this just happens to be one of ours for New Brunswick that you would see on lots of our tourism related material. So what is unique about the International Travel and Tourism Program in St. Andrews? There's a lot that's unique compared to other programs in Canada that may have a pre-planned, pre-booked trip every year to the same destination. In our program, the students every year plan, research, promote, do all of the pricing, presenting of the information, and then executing and leading the trip themselves. So it's a really huge learning experience from start to finish on every aspect of planning a trip or a tour for a group of people. So from one year to the next, we never know where the destination is going to be, which also makes it really exciting because you might have one group of students one year that really is excited about the idea of going to Europe. And the next year, you may have a group of students that's more excited about visiting the Caribbean. So it can change according to the travel personalities in the class. And then what are the costs involved in this trip? So there is a $2,500 trip fee deposit. And the reason we call it a deposit is because it's exactly that. Given the fact, again, that we don't know from one year to the next what the trip will be, where it will be. We don't know what the cost exactly will be either, but we do have the budget of $2,500 to work with. We usually ask for this to be paid by the 1st of October over and above tuition. And then once everything starts to be paid for, hotels, attractions, airline tickets, once all of that is done and paid for, before the trip actually takes place in the spring, whatever the amount is left over, then that will be returned to each student and oftentimes is used for their spending money. So that is how that deposit works. And yeah. Then what will you learn? So some of the things that you will learn in the International Travel and Tourism Program are the attractions and destinations of the world, how to create vacations and trips for travelers, how to lead tours. You will learn reservation system, customer service and sales, communications, employment skills, cultural tourism, how to work with others effectively, discovering new life experiences, and also you will gain practical industry experience through your work practicum. What are some of the careers in the travel and tourism industry? Well, who said the sky's the limit? It's not. You could work for an airline industry, any aspect of the airline industry, work at a travel agency. Maybe you'd like to work on a cruise ship. Maybe you prefer to work in a hotel. Possibly you want to stay closer to home and work for provincial or municipal tourism, seasonal tourism, tour leading, tour leadership, any aspect of the transportation industry. So could be a car, bus, boat, train, and maybe you prefer to work in a reservations department or a reservation center or on a reservation system. That's okay too. So as you can see, it is a very exciting program in a very exciting industry. And I hope to see you next September. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. It's me again. My specialty is a hotel restaurant management or hotel restaurant operations. The operations program is a one-year program. Management is a two-year program. We offer it in St. Andrews and in Moncton. As I mentioned earlier, St. Andrews will begin April 2021, and Moncton will begin their first year in September of 2021. In the hotel restaurant management and operations program, you're going to be getting some experience in the kitchen, dining room, banquets, bar, business, and rooms and front office. When it comes to the kitchen, it's a couple of courses that give you the basic foundation of how the kitchen operates and some of the terminology required if you're working in the hospitality industry. When it comes to the dining room and banquets, it's a lot of hands-on experience. In our dining room, in St. Andrews, we have a Lady Done dining room, and in Moncton, it's dining room 1, 2, 3, 4, where we provide lunches, banquet events for the public to come in. So it's hands-on training. You're actually operating a dining room and a banquet room right on campus. And in some cases, we even go out to help the industry with functions outside of here. So for an example, in St. Andrews, we go every year to Fredericton to serve the Premier's dinner. It's a 1,000 people function and they need extra help, and it's really good experience for the students. With regards to bar, you do a basic bar course, learning the basic fundamentals of beer, wine, and spirits. And then in the second course with that, we get into mixology, creating wonderful cocktails, pairing them with food, and also we do a food and wine pairing. So you learn the basic wine grape varieties as well as the regions that a lot of the wines come from as well. And then in the business, we learn from essential employment skills to get you ready to work. We also have accounting, business ventures, which teaches you how to do a business plan. There is some technology courses, communications, business writing, and as I mentioned, these are all very important foundation courses for the hotel restaurant business. Rooms and front office. So basically you're going to start out with some basic housekeeping, which is one of the most important positions in a hotel. So you learn how to clean rooms, how to stock closets, and then also in essence how to supervise that as well. Front office, it's from checking guests in to the operations of the facility and learning how to do revenue management within the front office and rooms division side of everything. What you need to have when you come here, the textbooks for the first year is around $600, and in the uniforms is around $300. We ask that you bring black pants with you, black non-slip shoes, white dress shirt, black dress shirt. Ladies should bring dress pants and a nice blazer, and gentlemen should bring a dress shirt along with a nice blazer and tie as well, because there's opportunities that you're going to be dressing up. However, at each campus, you can pick up your chef's uniform as well as our dining room apron, and we use a tie in St. Andrews, but in Moncton they use the blue chef coat that you'll see in the picture here. So that's some of the tools you may need to require in St. Andrews. We do require you to purchase knives. I'll tell you, they're from Groman, which is a company in Pictou, Nova Scotia, and I've had my knives longer than most of you probably been alive. They're 30 years. In second year, our textbooks are a little higher, but there are some management textbooks and really good resources to have with you throughout. Currently, I'm teaching an accounting course. It is a really good accounting textbook with workbook that you'll carry with you forever. We do a number of wonderful events here with MBCC, so I put up some web links for you to watch. They're YouTube links. Ning Hao is one of our former graduates and owns a restaurant in St. John. And this YouTube just talks a little bit about his career and so on. We also do research and development. So we actually, this one that you'll see here is on McCain's. They've asked us to take their products and create recipes using them in a different way. Also, we host an event in St. Andrews called Flavors New Brunswick every year. And that is an event where we showcase all the different things we can eat and drink here in New Brunswick. And our students actually work side by side with these vendors and create a wonderful event. And in Moncton, they do a food truck for their business venture. And so these are some videos that just kind of give you a quick glimpse of what you can expect when you come to MBCC St. Andrews. Also, if you have any questions about the program, I have posted on this slide information on who to contact if you have any questions regarding culinary arts or cook. Culinary arts, you could ask Owen or Darren, depending on what you're interested in. Darren is our chef at MBCC St. Andrews. Owen is a chef at the Moncton campus. Also with hotel restaurant operations or management, Jason Blonde is the instructor in Moncton, and I'm in St. Andrews. And then also Kelly Chase is our international travel and tourism instructor, and our emails are there, and we're very keen on helping you out. If you have any questions, we're very quick at getting back to you. Thank you very much for considering MBCC. We look forward to seeing you here in St. Andrews or Moncton and starting your wonderful career in the hospitality industry. Cheers to you. Have a good day.